knowledge from the best leagues. It's going to be an unbelievable weekend. Topped off with the quickest and wittiest banter.
Thanks for nothing. Sometimes people just ask me stupid questions.
ESPN FC, daily on ESPN2.
It's NBA All-Star Game time.
Here we are.
It's time for the best players in the world to shine bright. To show what the best of the best can do together. It's a Team Giannis time. The Team LeBron time. NBA All-Star Game, Monday, February 20th on ESPN.
Hey, how we doing? Who's watching? Great to see you. Thanks for coming in, joining the fun. Like I said, game starts in about 20 minutes. So I said I just hit that. And I'm nervous. Like it really is it, man. You know, I'm 2 wins out from the grand final. I just hope my team gets through, man. I'm cautiously optimistic because during the regular season we've got the series over Sydney 2-1. You know, it's going to be a close game. I got a feeling it's going to be a close game. It's going to be high scoring. And you know, I think Sydney's going to be an absolute challenge as well. They've got the reigning MVP of the league in Xavier Cooks. Probably one of the best players of the past couple of years. You know, and he's picked the right time to have an MVP year as well, you know what I mean? And yeah, he was the grand final MVP last year as well. So, like I said, and you know, Sydney defending champions. It's going to be an interesting game. So yeah, I'll be here, you know, for 2 hours or however long the game goes for. Sorry, I'm just twirling the remote control because I'm nervous. And it's going to be it's going to be a fun game. Yeah, I'm. Hopefully the mic level is good. Actually, I don't know if I can even edit the mic now. Can I manage? No. All right. Hopefully, like I said, I think. Cheer. Hello. Sorry, I'll go back here. I don't know if anyone yet can actually, you know, hear me. I hope you can. I hope you can hear me. I really should have, you know. I might as well start a poll here. There's for wins.
This is just so well drawn up by Coach Spoelstra.
Jimmy Butler there. You had some of those moments throughout your career.
No, we're probably a bit more spectacular.
We're not here to talk about your archive that you brought in. Well, the NBA trade deadline, of course, was 7 a.m. Melbourne time. That is last Friday, and it finished with a flurry. There was chaos everywhere, some huge moves, of course. Most notably, in the end, it was Kevin Durant who said goodbye, Brooklyn Nets. Hello, Phoenix Suns, which begs the question, who were the big winners last week out of the trade deadline?
By the sound of it, I think Phoenix got the big double on that one. You get someone like Kevin Durant.
Pushes them right up top now. Kevin Durant, Booker,
CP3, who's playing fabulous basketball right now, passing the ball. I think he had 17 to 60 yesterday or something. And then you got Aiden, who's now come on board. And I hear they're chasing Carmelo Anthony as well. So that team for me, on top.
Okay, big wins for you?
Well, I think so. And it's interesting because we were on before the trade deadline last week, and I think you asked, would Brooklyn trade Kevin Durant? I said, why the heck would you ever trade Kevin Durant?
And they did.
Right. Unless he comes to you and says, I want out of here right now, and I'm going to request the trade at the end of the season. So then Brooklyn and Phoenix, they get together and 4 first-round draft picks and Cam Johnson and all these players, and all of a sudden, if you're Brooklyn, you have to realize this disaster is over. You have to cut back.
Are they good enough to win with that knowledge?
Well, health is a big concern because Kevin Durant's been out for a few weeks now. Obviously, he's had an extensive injury list over the previous few years. CP3 is 38.
Injury prone as well.
I always talk about the hierarchy. If Chris Paul is your second best player, yeah, you're a team that can potentially contend. If he's your third best player and you've got Booker and Kevin Durant, then you're cooking with gas.
I'm more interested in what this means for the Brooklyn Nets and, of course, Ben Simmons, because no Kyrie, no KD now. Is there more pressure on Ben in a way?
I don't think Ben's going to get any more pressure. The way he's playing right now, it's almost as if he's afraid to be himself. I mean, we've seen Ben as a very good player. We know he can play. We know he has it in him, but it's almost like something's holding him back. And right now, his minutes are going down and down. And the coaches,
Is he broken?
I think he's broken. I think he's mentally broken. He's a big cat who rebounds the ball and can run the floor, but he's just not doing what Ben Simmons should be doing.
Well, ESPN's own Kendrick Perkins had a lot to say about Ben Simmons earlier today. He thinks he's scared, and, well, let's just listen to the man.
Like, I don't know why we expected Ben Simmons to be an all-star caliber player or return back to being an all-star caliber player. The guy's lost. He's scared. He's allergic to the basket.
Allergic to the basket. I mean, he also went on to say a question whether Ben still loves the game of basketball. I mean, I just think that everyone needs to...
Hey, someone on the stream. How you doing, man? Thanks for coming.
I know we talk about the size of the contract, Kane, and the fact that, you know,
that tip off in about 10 minutes.
$177 million,
So.
$35 a year. But he's been through so much in terms of mentally and then the back surgeries. Do we just need to cut him some slack?
Yeah, we've heard grabs like that multiple times over the course of the last few years. The pile-on is there. The pile-on's been there with Russell Westbrook as well. I think it's been kind of similar, even though Westbrook's played probably at a higher level. But I think, again, it comes back to the situation with Brooklyn. Like, if you're going to say that it's not working with Brooklyn, then bring a little bit of context to the table. They just lost Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant. And when we were talking about Ben and why you could have success at the Brooklyn Nets at the start of the season, we're saying because you've got 2 superstar scorers. Ben's on the periphery, he can play defense and facilitate. And he had some games this year where he had 9 assists in the first half, 13 assists. And the narrative wasn't like, hey, Ben Simmons doing his job. It was like, why isn't he scoring? Why isn't he getting to the basket? So as long as we sit here and understand that it has been negative for the good, it's been negative with the bad, then I'm okay with it.
But when you're paying the guy $35 a year,
it's a lot.
That's a little bit more. And we've seen it years ago when Ben was playing with Philadelphia. So I think you might have to give him a little more time, but we need to see a little bit more for $35 million.
Well, speaking of other Aussies in the NBA, Matisse Thybulle also made a move during the trade deadline, and this is something that was captured on his social media. Let's take a look at this, saying goodbye basically to the 76ers as part of that 3-team deal, which also involved the Hornets, and he's off to Portland. But this was a really touching video.
Yeah, I got a little teary-eyed with this one because the fans really love Matisse. I'll play it through it. When they get behind you, they really cheer for him whenever he's on the floor. So they're gonna miss him, and I'm sure he's gonna miss Philly as well.
I mean, he's one of the best young perimeter defenders in the NBA. I know he's struggled this year, Kane. Is this a good move to Portland? You get to play with Dame Lillard.
Yeah, well, he was just buried in the rotation. That was the problem in Philadelphia. They made additions in the offseason. They bring in PJ Tucker. They bring in DeAnthony Melton. And just because of some of the offensive limitations he has, there just wasn't room for him. But he gets a chance in Portland. What's he do? 4 threes, 3 blocks, gets minutes.
I think he's better than Tucker. Tucker hasn't scored in the last 10, 15 games, and they both play defense. Matisse at least goes in and tries to shoot the ball. So I don't know if Philly won this one or not.
Well, I hope he can get back to some of the great basketball that we've seen him play in the past. Best of luck, of course, to Matisse Thybulle. But we should check out what happened today in the NBA, and I'm pretty sure we're only going to talk about one game, Kane, and that is your Milwaukee Bucks getting the job done over the Boston Celtics in overtime. This was another brilliant clash between two rivals in the Eastern Conference, and the Bucks have extended their winning streak to 11 now.
They barely won 2 games, by the way.
They did. This was the great escape because Boston were severely short-handed in this game. No Tatum, no Brown, no Smart, no Horford, and yet they led for the majority of the game. And this would have been a horrific loss for Milwaukee in the big picture sense because they're now at equals the season series at 1 apiece, which could matter when it comes to home court in the postseason.
Sometimes when you play teams that don't have the superstar, you tend to take your foot off the gas, and that's what happened. Boston came out and shot the lights out. I think they took 40 threes or 40 plus threes in this game, and they were knocking them down. White in particular, he was fantastic. He's been great the last 3 or 4 years.
And what about your boy Giannis? Is he okay? Because he went down clutching.
Poor Giannis,
It was all over. Is he all right?
Is your boy all right?
I think he's okay. He finished out the game. He's got some knee soreness. He missed 5 games a little while back. But coach, I know you like Giannis because he will play through injuries. Played it back-to-back on the weekend. That's your type of guy.
That's my type of guy. Not sitting out. He's going to play all the games. I love him.
Yes.
All right, we are not far away. Down to game 1 of the Semi Final Series between the Sydney Kings and the Cairns Taipans. We cannot wait for that. This is what is coming your way very, very shortly. Some vision there from Kudos Bank Arena. But I do want to talk about the performance player of the game tonight, presented by Musashi Energy Drink, and we will award that at the end of the game. But if we were betting folk, I feel like most of us would have our money on one man, Xavier Cooks.
Absolutely. Xavier, you know I feel about Xavier Cooks. I've been talking about him the whole year. I love him. But you know what? Xavier has been sitting at home, and Xavier's got to play against DJ Home. He had a great weekend. And he's shooting the ball very well. So Xavier's got to play both ends of the floor. So I'll just wait to see what happens here.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I kind of agree with Coach. I think the defensive stuff is where it's going to be, the game's going to be won or lost for both teams. So then you talk about the Kings on the offensive end, and he controls everything and he facilitates. The Kings really, really struggled against the Cairns Taipans this year on the offensive end. He will go a long way to deciding that because remember, who's not man in the middle anymore? Keanu Pinder is not there. And I know you weren't that worried about Sajid McCall, but that is another elite defensive player, Coach.
Absolutely, you're right.
Now, Cairns Taipans coach, of course, Adam Ford, said he built this team perfectly to match up against the Sydney Kings, which I find super interesting. But it clearly has worked because, as we mentioned, they've won 2 of the games during the regular season, and the only game that they essentially lost was that buzzer beater that...
What noise?
Yeah, thank you. Name is birthday boy. He hit that bucket and on the buzzer, and the Sydney Kings managed to get that win. What has worked so well for Cairns, Kane, and how do they replicate that, given that they're going to be missing 2 of their stars?
Yeah, defensive stuff again. They really did shut down the Kings offensively, and what they were able to do, we were able to force 54 turnovers for the Sydney Kings. So if you look at the numbers, the Cairns Taipans actually ranked 9th in the league for half-court offense. So, Coach, if you're struggling in the half-court, how do you get easy points? Force live ball turnovers and get out in transition.
Absolutely. But you know what Cairns has done as well? They got shooters around against. Everyone can shoot the ball from 1 to 5 here, and they spread the floor, and it's one-on-one, and they get to that basket.
And that's where it will be interesting with Tim Suarez, because if you think about the previous game, Keanu Pinder is playing. He's not an outside shooter. Now, all of a sudden, Suarez, they're going to try and drag him out to the perimeter on Waterberg or DJ Hogue. It'll be fascinating.
Absolutely.
Talking about key matchups, Derek Walton Jr. and Bull Quall, how do you think this is going to play out?
Well, look, Bull Quall is known for his defense. He's a great defensive player. But he's matched up against Walton, who has the most experience in this league, can play at the point guard. He's smart. He gets to the basket when he wants to. He passes the ball well. I just think Walton is a little bit more smarter, has a little bit more experience, and he will tear Bull Quall apart. I was trying to be careful there.
I want a tip from both of you, please.
I think the injuries, and this was shaping up to be a great series. Cairns have been great all season, but I think because of the injuries, have to go Sydney.
Absolutely, I'm going to go Sydney by 2-3.
Yeah, I'm on the Sydney bandwagon as well, but I do think it is going to be close. Sit back, everyone. Strap yourselves in because this is going to be a cracking contest. Live action coming your way next. It's the Kings and the Taipans, and we will be back with the jump to break down the game for you after the final buzzer. So make sure you stay tuned to ESPN. We will be back. Enjoy the game.
We're coming back.
This season, the stage is set, and now it's game on.
The playoffs have arrived, and the battle for the league's biggest stage has begun. Will the Kings continue their march towards reclaiming the throne? Or will the Taipans strike and crush the Kings' repeat dreams? Be the man, you can't beat the man. The NBL Playoff Series 2, Game 1, Kings Taipans, tonight on ESPN.
What did you expect? Did you think you could relax? Or had you convinced yourself some records were forever? That you'd seen everything there was to see? Or have you realized you can't look away and you don't know the future and that the game has never been better? That is hockey.
This program is brought to you by Hungry Jack's and Bunnings Warehouse.
Here we go, NBL Semi Final Game 1, the Sydney Kings taking on the Cairns Taipans. Now it is a David versus Goliath battle. I'll tell you what, I've got to go with David here. It pains me because I love Adam Ford and I love the Taipans, but they're just a little battered and bruised to be coming up against the best team in the league by what I consider a fair margin. That line there, I think the Sydney Kings surpass it. I think they really put their foot on the throat this one and they get it done. Mainly because they've got the best player in the league right now, Xavier Cooks. Points, rebounds, he'll hit the overs there. Of course, the Sydney Kings to surpass it. They're going to be a little bit too good here. Too good for those Taipans. Enjoy the game, and most importantly, gamble responsibly.
Look at everyone saying that they don't have a chance.
Control, gamble responsibly.
Last year, after an epic battle,
Cooks rolls to the basket, and the tag.
the working king was crowned. Since then, their kingdom, their talent, their domination has gone from strength
That is enormous.
to strength.
Sign up ahead.
But if history has taught us anything, whoever rules will be challenged by a familiar enemy from the north. After downing the Wildcats, the Taipans were one to strike. Will the champions defend their kingdom?
Derek Morton Jr. is the real deal.
Or is it Kansas time to shine? Kings, Taipans, a new chapter, a new rival.
Sydney, the beautiful harbour city and home to the reigning NBL champs all season. Their fans have been counting force to defend that throne. Yet the Kings, they're Hollywood, they're high profile, and boy, they've got some hop. No one more than the freshly crowned league MVP, chased along by a high pedigree coach on the climb. The opposition, well, they're guided by the reigning coach of the year. What a climb Adam Ford has had. He's in charge of a team that has made the Final Four despite setback after setback, asking the likes of DJ Hogg to become more like DJ Hulk and shoulder much of the responsibility. We're at Kudos Bank Arena. Matt Russell, alongside former Kings captain, recently inducted Ring of Honour recipient as well. Brad Rosen, the cruel people perhaps are saying this is David against Goliath. The Cairns need to take the court with their slingshot and stones. Do you agree?
Definitely not. Cairns are coming here and they are looking for a win. They have been outstanding through the season. DJ Hogue has been unbelievable the last few weeks. I'm so looking forward to this one, Matty.
Bull Koala as well, but there's no Keanu Pinder tonight. We know that he's out. And also Tajir McCall, who was a game day announcement. Well, the announcement is he won't play.
Yeah, that's a big loss for them, and it's not as big as a loss as it can be. And the reason I say that is they've played a lot without him, and it will give guys more opportunity for the ball. That's nothing taken away from him. But now Ho gets more shots. Well, Cole gets more shots, and that is effective. They have enough in their group to get enough points on the board. They get it done at the other end, they go up north 1-0.
McCall has been averaging 16 points, 6 rebounds per game, but as you touched on, they won without him to reach this stage. Any big battle needs a tail of the tape, and there it is. The Kings have played 7 grand final series and won 4 of them. The Taipans into the grand finals twice, but still hunting their first championship. Their fans are hoping this is third time lucky.
Throw it out the door, Matty. It means nothing. This is what it means. Cairns won 2 out of the 3, and 2 of those games are right here on this court. That's the first game they won, 83-78. The second game, well, they lost that game on their buzzer. So now they're 1-1, but they go up to Cairns, and they know they can get that win, and they got the win. They're not scared here. They lost on a buzzer beater, and they won the other one. They go up north, Keanu Pinder, he's got 30 in that game. Big loss, but it's not as massive as it looks. Other guys will step up. He's been great. Hope's been great. We are ready for this one.
Single-figure margins, some fantastic basketball, and you're right. Keanu Pinder, 30 points. At that time, it was his career high. Adam Ford, well, he detailed some extra motivation for this game that's been brewing since, well, last season.
Sydney were training at our meeting, we could hear exactly what Sydney were doing to beat us. They're making no secret about it. They say, when they go this soft, they do this wrong, they do that wrong, smash through their screens, get the ball behind defense, they can't do this, it's terrible. We built this team to try and be the correct matchup for Sydney. That's the team that's number 1. That's the team that's the defend chance. My dream is that we play them, because if you really want to come out the other end, being the best team, you have to do it.
The little engine that could got the train back on the tracks and is headed for the playoffs against the Sydney Kings. Wow, there's an extra slice for the playoff series. Hosting 2 top 4 teams, 2 teams who want to go to the championship series. I reckon we've set the scene. We know the league MVP is about to cut loose again. Let's go to Andrew Gaze, Liam Santamaria, and Jack Everett.
Good on you, Matty. Good on you, Brad. And great to have your company right around the world here at the Hungry Jacks NBL. There is the champion starting 5 for the Sydney Kings, Andrew Gaze. Derek Watt Jr. didn't play the last game of the regular season, but he's right to go tonight.
My word, and he's an important piece. 16 points, 5.5 assists. He needs to be big in this one for Sydney to have their advantage.
And for the Cairns Taipans, Liam, Black Maiden starting again.
And we know he played well in that last win over Perth. Wardenberg's going to need to be big. Bullquall as well. Interested to see how Adam Ford uses him defensively.
With 2
Come on, boys, come on.
The privately owned Sydney Kings against the community-owned Cairns Taipans. 5.5 million people versus 150,000 people. It is all on the line for a spot in the NBL Championship Series. And we are underway. The kudos back arena. Paul Raymond, Chris Reed, and Nico Fernandez. The 3 officials in charge tonight. First 5 minutes of this first final are crucial. This Cooks,
Oh, come on.
Whistle after 18 seconds on ball clock.
Can get sucked into some early fouls sometimes. The Bullquall.
It's all right, Bull. It's all right. Good foul.
Derek Watt Jr. Guarded him in those previous matchups. Made life tough. He's a physical defender, and he's on 1 foul.
Tim Suarez coming off the back of season high, 24 points on Friday of the last round. He's rolling the basket. A little messy, but found it. And has the opening bucket of this series. They're good. They're good at getting into the lane. That's what they're designed to do. Really penetrate hard, and they're even better at finding the drop-off passes. And that was a little clunky. Suarez tightened up and got the easy 2. Xavier Cooks in the open court. Suarez swings for Sillivic. Up top, Suarez. Got it.
Well, that's what you can't do against the Sydney Kings. Combined ball turnovers. They want to run, they want to push, they want rhythm and flow in their offense. And they kick it around and find a wide open knockdown shooter.
Scott, mid-range. He's short. We haven't seen the Kings since February the 5th. But off the first couple of minutes, they clearly do not look affected by the break.
Walker Jr. for Simon. That's off target. Checks for the Taipans. So push ahead quickly. Shaq's got a little sloppy with ball in hand.
They look energized. There is no look of nervousness or being tentative. They're in a full tack mode, both ends of the floor. And Cairns Taipans just have to weather this storm. They come out of the gates really hard, playing with a lot of adrenaline right now.
Ball has Waterberg up top. Suarez up in the air.
Yes!
Great.
Yes.
He just turned his ankle a little bit. Signals think that he's okay. Good, strong take off the up fake. Cairns are on the board. Couple of minutes in.
Yes, good steal. Good D, boys. Come on.
This is where they're dangerous, Lee. You're smoking out this the way that they would spread the floor.
Oh, bullshit! Oh, come on. That's a flop.
Scoring at the rim in that type of situation here. Wardenberg was able to get Suarez up off the floor. See, he comes up a little ginger. But it's a different kettle of fish, Drewy, against this Sydney Kings team.
And you saw Suarez put his hand up because what you will get, there's a foul. So Suarez trying to set a screen to get a little bit more space to bowl. But what the Kings will do is they won't invite you, but you'll find more easier scoring opportunities from the three-point line than a lot of other teams. But they do it because they feel that it gives them a chance of keeping people in front, sliding your feet, and causing those offensive fouls like we just saw. And because of that, in their two losses, Cairns Taipans were lights out from the three-point line.
14.5 threes a game at 37%. Those two wins.
Yes.
Home underneath. It's back to a one-point game.
Come on, boys.
See his numbers across the season, DJ Hogue, all NBL second team. Slivic has that rattle out. And Ford saw that Hogue was matched up by Cooks. Told his man to go to work. Now he's got the mismatch. Matt May wide open for three. Doesn't get that to go.
Real shot though. Yeah, great shot. And it came because of the ball movement. It was 2 or 3 extra passes.
Cooks ran straight into a brick wall. The Taipans tear down the floor. Wardenberg.
Yes!
That one scored it out of the air and it will count. Great D down the other end by the Taipans. Maybe Cooks beats his defender with the crossover, but is met by a wall. The Taipans ready to help down and get in front. There's the cross and then Hogue, May, and everybody coming across, making life tough. Then they're out in transition.
Well, that's it, and that's what they're going to do. Every time Xavier Cooks gets it, they want to build a wall behind it. There was a perfect
ball was coming down.
The two guys there. And that's where Cooks, it was a flashy move, but as he goes in there, that little drop-off pass is the one that they may be able to take advantage of what the Cairns defense is doing.
So Walker Jr. gives the Kings the lead back. Speaking about those two early fouls to Bull Qual, Adam Ford's just going to let him ride. You know, he's done this over the course of the season with Bull Qual, DJ Hogue, Jim McCall, and others. Early fouls. I'm going to trust you. Let you play through it as Hogue works his way to the free throw line. He's aggressive here early.
Adam Ford, almost every time down the floor after the first pass, you're like, go to work. And I don't think he's just player specific. I just think he wants to really attack early in the offense and don't let this Sydney Kings team get set on the defensive end. He wants to get him on the back foot and rely on that slick ball movement that we saw a couple of possessions ago.
Matt Russell courtside. Well, we know that Keanu Binder, the Cairns star, isn't going to play in this playoff series, but could he return to the championship series if Cairns progress? Well, the good news is he was booked in for surgery in Brisbane on Monday. When he got there, the doctor said your injury's healing so well, we don't need to operate. And with that, that door just opened a little bit further. Maybe we haven't seen the end of Keanu Binder this season, but it comes to touch in, but Paul, Brad Rosen, I know you've spoken to Mark Beecroft.
And they were very happy with what's going on as there. They were very close to playing him tonight. He has scrimmaged. He has been okay, but he just did not do enough contact to make sure the shoulder is fine. As a beautiful move from Justin Simon. But we could see him on Friday.
Oh, that is interesting. When it comes to Keanu Pinder. Nice work, mate. Ford just trying to stamp his authority early on, but this is not Paul Mabry's first rodeo. Referee of the year, Adam Ford, into the final four for the first time. Number 92 coaching tonight. This season's coach of the year. Pass knocked out of bounds. They were a little wonky in the first quarter on Thursday, to their first final. Are you happy with the way that they've settled here, Lee?
Well, Drew spoke about it. They just needed to weather a bit of a storm. The Kings came out aggressive in those first few possessions. And then that jumper right there, so the ball all tied up after the first 5 minutes. They'd be happy with how they've settled.
And Thursday against Tasmania. Simon, nice pass inside, and Suarez does the rest.
The interior pass is extraordinary. In the last two games that these two teams have played, 82 of their 97 two-point attempts come from inside 5 feet. So they're getting into the below the three-point line, they're getting all the way. And it's through that really slick passing that they do in tight. So he's in penetration, really good stuff. But then the awareness in traffic, working in a phone booth, but still out there making a very nice pass.
DJ Hope back on the line. They forced Sydney into 4 fouls. So anything from here, the remainder of this quarter is bonus free throws.
Both these teams aggressive, want to push the ball up tempo and get some things going early offensively. And that can put some pressure on your defense. You see Keanu Pinder for the non-surgical route to recovery. But yeah, early fouls for the Kings. Kings need to stay aggressive.
Long Jr. showing all the tricks to get in. Come with me, young fella.
Can't defend again. That was beautiful.
2 of 2, 4 points to get things started for him. That's a flop.
Yeah, he gave up his look. Count for Qual. He was 23 points, 8 rebounds and 7 assists on Sunday against Perth. An equal season high, and it came at the right time for Book Qual. Simon's played a little while. Oh, trying to thread the eye of the needle. Big bonus free throws. Taipan.
Yes.
There it is, up the board with a little wild shot by Simon. They're giving him that shot. Might have to switch, but Woodward's well off, deep into the paint. And inviting Simon for the perimeter shot. They get it. They get it down the floor so quick and give the Sydney Kings a bit of their own medicine. We said right counter, no slashes in this area either. Throughout the season, in particular against the Sydney Kings, that have also been really productive in getting it down and creating shots in that first 8 to 12 seconds.
The big difference maker though for the Taipans all season long has been whether they make or miss threes. That's been the big difference maker on whether they win or lose.
We saw that starkly in the last 2 home games against Tassie. All from the three-point line. Yep. Lose against Perth. Very good. Very nice from the three-point line.
Outstanding almost.
Win.
And they've shot the ball well in Kudos St. Karina over the course of the season. Their 2 games, nice punting from Kuwok Noi. Attacking up there, scoring through the contact. They're 0 for 2 for long range so far, the Taipans. So we wanted to try to find their radar. That was strong. Kuwok Noi, the former Taipan, has really kind of found his niche over the course of the season. His role is offering a scoring punch off the bench.
Timeout called, 3:56 remaining in the opening quarter. Game 1 of the playoff series between Sydney and Cairns. The winner straight through to the grand final. At the end of this 3-game series. Xavier Cooks has had an incredible season so far, including being the MVP of the Hungry Jacks NBL 23 season, and not just winning it decisively.
Well, it's when you're the best player on a team that has such an advantage throughout the regular season, that's going to get you a lot of respect. And his athleticism, it's not like he's coming in here and people don't know what he's about. We saw it, though he's had some injuries throughout the course, we've seen what he does. And he can get to the cup and he can finish with a high degree of authority. And everyone talks about some of his weaknesses, but and that being his career, but the way in which that he can get to the ring when teams know that that's the objective, it was a big factor in why he's this season's MVP.
Liam, you understand this better than just about anyone. Tell us about the eyeballs that are on Xavier Cooks right now and where it could potentially lead to.
It's a big opportunity. I mean, it's a proven pathway in the NBA. We know that. It's become even more so in recent years. So the NBA scouts, front office executives, they know, hey, listen, if you're tearing it up in the NBL, then we know that can translate. Now, he's got a unique skill set, as you say, coming off a grand final MVP and then a league MVP. He's got plenty of eyeballs on him right now in the postseason, and he's going to have some opportunities over the course of the off-season to perhaps take that next step.
That's the power Kenny on NBL.com. The first player in NBL history to average at least 20 points, 10 rebounds, and 5 assists in 36 minutes. That just emphasises how remarkable this season is. How remarkable was that?
Extremely remarkable, because it looked like it was pretty solid defense. He's one guy they are not going to gamble on. They are going to put some pressure on. That was good pressure, but that's his size. That size, he's still able to get that 3-ball up.
Meanwhile, Kawhi giving Sydney a nice punch off the bench. We tick down to 3 minutes remaining. Hogue up top. Short. Glover has Cooks with only Hogue in front of him. Hogue got a piece of it. Glover follows up.
Strict the intangibles. Angus Glover's been shooting the ball from long range this season, but he's active. He'll get these deflections, he'll get hands on loose balls, and they're following up the mess on the offensive glass.
Benny never shy to get that 3-ball away. And it's 1 of 5 now for Cairns in the opening quarter. From the outside. Junior. And foul.
There's a flop. They've called it something for the flop.
They have.
Technical foul, 11, 1 shot, Cairns.
Wow, gee.
Yes, there was a flop warning we saw down the other end, and he got the warning for that. And this is because of that warning. 2 strikes and you're out, and that is a good call. DJ Hogue went straight by him. I have no problem with that call. Now with a tech foul like this, all the penalty is going to be a free throw. Pick the play up where it finished. He didn't buy it. Well, we're looking there, and by what we're seeing, it looked like there might have been a glancing blow as he walked by him, but nothing that was going to affect him to fall like he did.
Good call, emphatic, no hesitation. For the official, he saw what he saw.
Free throw for Hogue. Possession determined by the arrow, so it'll be a Cairns ball. Didn't have that as part of the first quarter bingo. Derek Walton, probably 2 flop calls. And here with the ball handling duties. He's left open. Can't hurt them though. It's rebound by Cooks. He looks up. Only Dick in front of him, and you cannot stop him in that situation.
That's what you're talking about, Troy. They know he's trying to get to the rim. They keep backing up. But what he does is he gets ahead of speed. There's DJ Hogue. He can't finish. And And now the Kings are pushing in transition.
That's a good point. And it's interesting the strategy they're using. Now, they're backing up, but when he gets a running start at you, it becomes a whole lot tougher to stop him because he's so agile at the conclusion of it. Little Euro step, a spin move, he's got all that in his foot.
It's continuing to have their struggles from outside. 1 of 7 now. Short Bruce into the game to finish off this first quarter. Kawatnoy is punching some holes through the Taipans defense. Back out to Bruce. See, plus 17 in this series with Short Bruce on the floor.
He's having a good impact. And it does a scout breakdown. They want to step off Sunrise. They want to step off Justin Side. They want to step off Xavier Cooks. But the defense there sliding under on Short Bruce. He makes pay from long range.
Minute remaining in the opening term. And we've got another technical foul. Remarkable. So now Xavier Cooks has been called for a flop.
And Adam Ford didn't want that one because there was going to be the 2. There's the flop. And it's no score. So Adam Ford, I think, would have preferred just to count the 2, nothing to see here. And put him in the background. So I'm going to get the 1 free throw. And they get to have another crack at it.
That's it. That's it. It's a personal foul on Xavier Cooks. Just worth its weight in gold. He's playing against the Kings. And there's a couple of guys now racked up T fouls. So what? Junior Cooks, they got another one at any stage throughout the ball game. They're taking a real shower.
Just for clarity, the 2 foul was called before the active shooting. That's why the Duke team is on the free throw line. We'll put us in the count.
Well, how do you get at the ball? It's one of those ones where it actually took place and adjudicated that it was before the shot.
Return of events in the first quarter. This playoff series. Vasilievich reaching in. Cairns will walk straight back to the charity stripe and shoot more free throws.
Racking up the fouls. Just give it a not and leave it.
It's 8 now, Liam. 8 fouls to 3. 8 on the Sydney Kings. And that's a foul. You can complain all you want, but that's a foul. Yeah, little grab. It's a little grab. Now, so while what level of contact you can allow, when you've lost the ball and there's a little grab,
Come on, Matt.
Just going back to those previous whistles, though. Brilliant. That made him steps to the free throw line, knocks it down. 2 first quarter flopping text on Walton Jr. and Xavier Cooks. Completely unexpected. No one would have thought that would occur in the first quarter of this 3-game series. But they were there.
100%. In fact, there was 3 blocks. The first one they got the warning from.
Jonah Antonio for the last minute of this first quarter as well for Cairns. Here's Jalen Galloway. His pass chopped off. He's got a little momentum right now for 3.
Yes! Yes!
Back to a 3-point game all of a sudden, and the air has gone out of Kudos Bank Arena. Bruce upstairs for Hunter. He's denied by Wardenberg.
Wow, what a great way to finish the quarter here for the Taipans. A big opportunity here, a bucket to finish this little mini run off would be huge for them out of this opening term.
Scored the last 6. Antonio.
Yes!
Knocks down the 3 at the
Yes!
side buzzer. All sorts of drama in the opening quarter at Kudos Bank Arena. This is one you are not going to want to miss. 25 apiece between the Kings and the Snakes. You're watching the 100 Jacks. Yeah.
Oh, good start. Whew. Yep. Good start with 30 minutes left, boys. Come on, 30 minutes. 30 minutes left. I know we've done a good first 10 minutes. We've got 30 minutes left, you know what I mean?
That was a wild opening quarter to start the series between the Sydney Kings and the Cairns Taipans. The winner of this three-game series will book their spot in the NBL 23 Championships. And we had it all. 10 fouls. Arguing from both officials. Threes being knocked out. That was some quarter of basketball for a lot of reasons.
Well, that laid me the nail on the head of all the various scenarios and hypotheticals we come up with.
Come on, boys. Come on.
Flops and two technical flops is not one of them. And it's just a sign of time. But you know what? Those flops are there. It wasn't like they were bogus calls.
Sticking it back to what they know and love, and it's Xavier Cooks with 2 feet in the paint.
Attacking off the bounce. And Wardenberg sits off. Cooks takes up the space with the dribble. And then turns his back, rolls it over with the hook.
To Cooks in a moment. Antonio staying out there. Start the second term. Caught a foot. Just on Xavier Cooks' leg. In the three-game series across the regular season, Xavier Cooks from 4 feet, 19 of 27 against Cairns.
Yeah.
So it's a formula that works for him.
Well, and without Keanu Pender, it becomes even tougher for the Taipans. Now, Wardenberg will battle, no doubt about it, but you can see what on that last possession, what Cooks is able to do. And after that, they don't have a lot of options. I mean, who else are they going to turn to? DJ Hogue maybe can play some minutes, but Wardenberg has a big, big job to do as Cooks goes pounding away once again.
Straight back down to him. Hunter rolls.
Yes!
Block up the back.
Good job.
Cairns in transition.
Yes!
Sale.
Well, this is good signs if the Cairns Taipans 4 of 10 now from the three-point line. They've only taken 17 field goal attempts. 10 of them have come from the three-point line. We spoke about how important it can be. And Cairns so far knocking him down at a reasonable clip.
Galloway left open for the wing.
Boys, come on.
2-point lead to the Taipans. They had to win 2 games to the playing series just to get here. Oh, Shannon.
Yes!
Perfect.
Yes!
Beautiful dive. Just read it perfectly, Shannon Scott, as the help came across. Silver service underneath to Majuk there.
It was the Amy replay, Drew.
Yeah, and the block from Antonio. Step in, transition 3, nothing but cotton. And they're willing to take those shots. They're willing to let it fly early, and there we see down the other end, not any sophistication whatsoever. Just backing down, Scott comes in, Cooks comes over there and lends the help. No third man rotation. And Dan goes up with two of the very easy variety.
A pensive Paul Smith, Sydney Kings owner. Again, just flying under the radar with that Hoops Capital shirt. He's taking down 4 at the moment. Let's get down to Matt Russell courtside.
Jack, you said it a few minutes ago, the oxygen sucked from Kudos Bank Arena, and all that oxygen has been injected into the Taipans. They are up and about, jumping around. The coach was delighted with that first quarter, understandably. Drew, you mentioned they're now 4 of 10 from long range. They were 1 of 7. They made their last 3 in a row, and that has ignited them at quarter time. Not this time out, at quarter time. Adam Ford said, I love our offensive movement. We're attracting 1.5 defenders with the way we're busy, and that's opening up the odd chance outside as well. Brad Rosen, what about Sydney?
Well, at the quarter time, he was quite happy, Chase Buford. He said, I think we're just playing good defense. But in this time out, he did the old Andrew Gates football valve. He was not happy at all. And it's all about the defense for them. 31 points in 8 minutes and a half to go in the second quarter. He's not going to get it done. Well, that's what he told us.
Don, thanks for joining.
What the Taipans from long range can do to you. Great pass. Let's see if he finds the role in Jordan Hunter. And they've got it. I mean, everyone can shoot it on this Taipan squad when there's no Jiju McCall or Keanu Bender. So those last 3 triples that have been reduced there, Glatt May, Jonah Antonio, everybody's stepping up now and knocking down shots.
Sean Scott trying to get busy. He's pass a penalty into the corner for the Duke team. Good time though. Xavier Cooks will get a running start at it this time. Up the top, Vasiljevic, well short. He's having a few issues from deep. 2 of 7. Shooting at 37% across the season. The number 1 3-point shooting team in the competition.
Oh, open shot. Take it, Sam. Overwatch, good. Yes! Yes!
That's his role.
Come on, boys. Come on.
He's not taking that
All right,
shot.
defense.
Ford's upset with him.
That's it. Up and in, up and in. Don't give him space. Damn it. Come on, that was a flop. Second flop, he should be out.
On Waterberg, but here's the kick out for Antonio. Vasiljevic was a teammate of Jonah Antonio's on the Australian University squad. He said they used to call him Quick Six. He'd come in off the bench, go bang bang from long range, and then you sit him back down again before he got ahead of himself. So that's exactly what he does, Drew. He's shot sub 30% from 3 over the course of the season. But as we know, way better shooter than that. Shot 40% at Wake Forest, 36% in the Czech Republic last season. And he's knocked a couple down early in this one.
Xavier Cooks, you saw it there. His ability to absorb contact and still finish at the rim is elite.
Come on, boys.
Tomorrow night, Tasmania will host the New Zealand Breakers in Game 2.
Oh, right down Main Street. There you go, DJ. Good work. Good work.
They're there. They're the first team into the championship series.
Well, that was super impressive in Game 1, but still a big job to do. Always hard to win down there in my State Bank Arena.
I'll be watching on tonight. No doubt about it. Justin Simon turns the corner. Lays it up. His second field goal of the game. And a little bit of momentum now for the Sydney Kings. You can see Adam Ford animated with a couple of the things he's seen from his team.
Well, he's also going to focus on the defense there. We've got Justin Simon, and they're going to take that away from him. That's his bread and butter as well. Kick out here, and what happens is that they want to encourage him, but there's a fairly tight closeout. The help coming when he gets around the rim is not where it needs to be. But I dare say that they're looking to gap him a little bit more. And if he catches it on the perimeter, you can be a meter away, not invite him, but just dig at it a little bit and make sure you take away the drive.
36-34. Last Tuesday night at the Andrew Gaze Awards at Crown in Melbourne. If you heard the noise of a truck reversing, it was the Cairns Taipans truck reversing back into Crown. This is what they took away from the awards night.
What a sweep of the ball.
They were very busy and thoroughly deserving. When you go from where they were last year, where they finished second last, all the way up to be a championship contender, it doesn't come without some exceptional performances. And they were recognised. They were recognised and appropriately so. Got a really good team they've been able to put together, had to deal with some adversity throughout the course of the season. And let's not forget that, yes, you mentioned at the start, that the variations in the numbers for these two programs can be quite stark, but they've got some very, very good basketball players on this roster. And they've got plenty to lose, but there is an element of them right now playing with their house's money.
Well, Adam Ford said that after they beat Perth. He said the pressure's not on us now. Everyone's expecting Sydney to win.
Yes! It's Sammy.
Low post catch. And when you can get it that deep, it does put a lot of pressure on the defense. For a player, Wardenberg skill, you see the little keen shake and little shake gets Jordy Hunter fighting on it ever so slightly. And Wardenberg he's supposed to do it around the ring.
Get another crack at it. Wardenberg, geez, he's been impressive. This young man now, we know he had great experiences in the SEC, Miami, big school, big games, big conference. But he's still a first-year pro, and he's coming in here. The starting center is sitting on the bench injured, and here he is in the postseason, coming off a big double-double in a do-or-die affair, and he's off to a really good start here in this one. 9 points now. He's been active. He's got a steal, a block.
Well, he was huge against Perth in that must-win, both on the offense and on the balls. Did a great job on the glass.
Equal game high lead for the Taipans right now. Pop Junior back in. That's well short. On the arm. Will be Cairns second. Listen to the home fans. I think it's fair to say that they think they've been on the wrong side of the whistle count so far tonight. Tavia Cook sits down. Matt Russell puts on.
Keep your eye on Shannon Scott, especially defensively. That last time out, Adam Ford had a real fireball for him, saying lift your perimeter D. That's not good enough. Adam Ford used to work in a prison, and right now it's all about locking the Kings up.
Yeah, well, that was the play you were talking about, Drew. The little overzealous on the closeout on Justin Simon, and wasn't able to stay in front. Here's Simon on the attack again.
On the top on that name.
Yes.
Scored Chase Newton. He's now been given a behaviour warning. So 2 techs and the coach with a behaviour warning. We fine line the Kings.
Back him in. You got the mismatch.
Backs the basket. Kicks it out for Shannon Scott.
Yes!
8-point lead to the business.
Yes!
The Kings, they're sort of there, but not there enough.
Close through contact.
Yes!
Set finish. They're having that sort of period right now.
Come on, boys. Come on.
Still doing a lot of things right, but it's not translating. Scott left open. Jumps out. Sydney dodge a bullet. Kawhi. He can't get it to work either. Clever work from Suarez.
Yes.
That Suarez, unless he was out of bounds when he hit it, but it looked like he hit the ball back on the pants line.
I'm just pointing the wrong way.
There you go.
There you go. Yep. Yeah, King's ball, yeah.
You mentioned that dodge the ball. Good jacket. Down that other end, wide open look for Shannon Scott, because they're rolling from 3-point territory now. The Taipans, a little bit of a slow start. 1 for 7, Matt even reported earlier. Now they've knocked down 6, and they're shooting at 40%.
Cook's getting busy on Wardenberg. Suarez closes the lid.
Efficient, perfect 3-3 now for Suarez. They've needed his points.
Yes!
Antonio, there is another
Yes!
in the first half from Antonio. And now it is a game high lead for the Taipans. 9 points. Plus it'll count and it'll get flop away from Waterberg.
Well, they'll tell you toward the end if he doesn't get a flop away. We've seen down the other end, and I'm pretty confident he'll get a warning.
Yes! Jonah! Yes! Come on, boys.
He's on fire. The young man is on fire. Well, Junior, that's a nice take to the rim, but they're trading 2s for 3s right now, and if you're the Taipans, keep finding it. Ooh, quick 6s, quick 12 right now, and he hasn't stopped counting. Quick 6 times 2.
I don't think in any one of those ones he's had to put the ball on the floor.
Wow. Home inside for Waterberg. He's fouled.
Take it to the rack, Sammy. Good job. Good job.
They've got the help coming. Here's what he's been able to do. Catch and shoot. Even that last possession, Andy's Glover came off to offer some help from the corner. And there you go.
It's just such a quick release. I mentioned when he got signed to the top, it's the quickest release in the league. Without a shadow of a doubt. It's up, it's in, and he's 4 now from long range.
He's averaging 2.5 points a game across the season, Jonah Antonio, and 8 minutes. He's got 12 tonight in 5.5. I think that's going to win. This is better. You can walk your way to LA, whether you last burger meal at Hungry Jack's. It's your receipt code to win. I think with flights, accommodation, spending money. 4 tickets to a game as well. Remember, this is the first. Here in a second, which is that lead back out tonight.
And then with a guy like him, John Antonio, having played at the big programs, you're hearing this noise, you're feeling the pressure. It's pales compared to what some of the things you're going in some of those schools you have to attend and what the abuse you have to cop from the crowd when you're on the road. This would be like a walk in the park to compare to some of the stuff that they've got to deal with.
Yes.
Those true rookies, like you see with some of these 18, 19-year-olds coming into the league for the first time.
Yes!
Tries his luck. That's their 9-3 of the first half.
And this is when it starts to become a whole team on fire. And you feed off the confidence of another guy knocking down shots. 9 mate triples at 50% for the Snakes.
That is the answer for Sydney at the other end.
57% overall for the Taipans. You're almost to a point where you've got to reevaluate. Do you go underneath that screen when they're white hot like this? Maybe it's just to try and change the momentum, but you've got to think about your pre-game plan and what you've done for a big chunk of the season, but there is these periods where you're dealing with the momentum and a team that's white hot that you might just need to look at a few alternatives to snap the momentum, get them out of that rhythm.
And you mentioned it earlier, Jerry. The Kings will give you some looks. They'll give you some opportunities with the way they defend.
No.
Knock it down from long range like that.
Oof.
It's a question of whether or not you take advantage.
Walker Jr. ran straight into DJ Ho. Surely he saw it. He's trying to dust off the cobwebs. Jr. is on cue. Cooks. Fouled by Qual. That will be 3. He had 2 in about 2 minutes, so he's done well to get this far before giving away his next foul.
In the scheme of things, it's a relatively soft one. Here's Walton just running in. DJ O, he's Sam didn't budge. Nothing to see here. He's not moving. And well, big gunshot, given my medical with these things, but to me, that's a great number ball.
200 for Sydney. Official call in hand. The fourth
Getting up in the first half, Sydney Cairns have only had 2. Antonio fires away.
Oh,
3 times coming.
And that's great coach from Adam Ford. That fella's on fire. So get him the rock. He's yelling at him, don't stand in the corner, come up, get the hand off, get involved. And that gives the young man the confidence to know coach wants me to let this thing fire. Draws a third person on full qual and goes to the strike for 3 freebies.
yeah, come on, Jonah.
You don't need any further caution from the coach. Teammates. You have got credits in the bank and a license to explore how hot you might be. And this time it comes up and draws a foul, and this is not in the game plan. They're on track to give up 60 points and a half, the Sydney Kings.
Well, Chase Buford was interviewed on Melbourne radio yesterday, RSN, and spoke about that league, said they've been giving up too many points in the last 3 or 4 rounds of the season.
It's another great time for the juniors. So meanwhile, the Kings ticking the scoreboard over, 45 of their own. So they've been pretty good offensively as well. But this is what the Taipans can do. If they get going from long range, you are scoring 2s and they're scoring 3s.
Yes. Good, DJ. Come on, boys.
DJ Ho. How easy is that?
End-to-end stuff.
Transition offense. Not your typical playoff game. Up and down, isn't that real physical war out there on by either of the defense?
Yes!
Antonio!
Yes!
An incredible first half he's having.
Come on!
What a feeling he has run through his body. 5 first half triples here. Game 1 of the playoff series on the road. You mentioned it earlier, Jack, sucking the oxygen out of the gym while Antonio's doing that in a big way.
Well, I was never able to do that all that often, occasionally. But this right here is the greatest feeling you can have in a game of basketball. That ring looks like a alert. Your whole team is geared around getting the ball. The game slows down so much for you, and it is the greatest intrinsic reward you can get from the game with what that young man's going through right now.
We'll just not I hate to agree with you on that one.
17 points. Wow. Talk about the first quarter flopping text. Well, we didn't see this coming in. Jonah Antonio scoring explosion.
This wasn't
As the Taipans out by 11.
This wasn't on the scout. I'm sure it was on the scout if he gets on. Make sure you get out, close out hard, make him put it to the deck.
They're like he's Reggie Miller right now.
That's more like it. That's more like you come to see. Less freedom of movement, a lot more difficult to make those passes up and in the lane. And the coach was not happy.
They're going to give a free position to Sydney in a timeout call. 35 seconds remaining. What a remarkable first half of basketball we've had so far. And a lot of things that were not on any scripts.
And look, their last game in the Taipans, it was DJ Hogan the opening half. What do you have? 21 in the first half. Got fire from long range. And today it's been Jonah Antonio. I mean, let's be honest. He's the reason right now they're out by 11. They've done a lot of good things right as a team, but the difference in the game now is that he has caught fire. He's a guy that Adam Ford signed over the offseason saying, you know what, we need more shooting. We're going to beat the Kings. They're going to pack the paint. That's how Chase Buford likes to do it. Keep you away from the rim. I need guys who can knock it down. Jonah was one of those types of signings that's come up big.
Well, the other thing, you'd be unhappy with that turnover, but the turnover of both these two teams, 4 to the Kings and only 3 to the Taipans. Now that's great offense, but I think it also, it's somewhat in that, also explains about what's going on with the defense out here, and that extended defense getting in the lanes. But I tell you what, when it comes to vehicles and you're looking for pure offense and a wonderful driving experience, I've had this thing. Unfortunately, little baby's going back in a couple of weeks, but I bet it doesn't. The electric vehicle, it's an absolute beauty. Well, also, you don't have to serve those suckers like you do the normal combustion engines. DJ Vasiljevic gets deep into the paint, a little float up, and just eases the nerves a little bit.
First field goal of the game for DJ. They've done a good job on Pacific, and that's the scout thing. Run him off the 3-point line. Make him get into the paint. Shoot floaters. Try to finish over the top of the D. Then he was good enough.
Shot clock switched off. Antonio will have to give it up. 3 seconds for Shannon Scott. Antonio, great look.
Oh.
Just misses. The Taipans lead by 9 at Kudos Bank Arena.
Yes.
And that young man is making a name for himself on the big stage.
My word, he is 5 and 7 and got a really good look. 17 points to lead the score. DJ Hogue has been fantastic as well. But that is some performance from Jonah Antonio.
59-50. Some thinking for the Kings to do, and Matty Russell's got the man with a hot hand right now, Jonah Antonio.
Absolutely. Your previous high, Jonah, was 10 points. You've been averaging 2.5 points per game. You've had 17 points in the first half on 5 of 6 shooting. Where did that performance come from?
Just work, man. Just hard work, staying ready. I'm in the gym every day with the coaches, so just opportunity tonight to play. Stepped up a little bit. We got 1.5 to go, so, but yeah.
Team was 1 from 7 3-point shooting before you caught fire. Why did you keep going there?
I mean, you got to go with what's rolling. You know what I mean? If someone's hot, we're going to feed them. That's how anyone given night can do this on our team. We got a lot of shooters, a lot of versatility.
Half a game to go. Good luck.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
DJ obviously giving up 59 points, way too many. Where's it all coming from?
I mean, you saw it. Jonas got hot. I think we're just not shifted enough. No one who the scout is, so we'll touch it up.
Offensively wise, everything looks fine. You get your nice little shot there. We'll see some more in the second half.
Yeah, I hope so. We got to defend first. That's our number 1 priority.
Cut the hit in the mouth, all okay?
Yeah, I got stepped on my second water bird once with that challenge. So, perhaps they calling anything, we just got to deal with it. And yeah, playoffs is physical.
Thanks so much. Good luck in the second half.
It's a 9-point lead into the visitors at the main break. The halftime show is coming up next. You're watching playoffs time in the Hungry Jacks. Yeah.
Whew. Oh, I tell you what, Dave, I'm happy.
the underdogs out by 9 on the back of a sensational first half shooting performance from outside the arc, Brad Rosen. Hungry Jack's highlights will have 3-pointers galore.
Well, what playoffs? Cairns are fine. This is fun. This is basketball. They are loving it. That man there, wow. 10 threes they scored. Now, you're the Sydney Kings. You're going to say we've given up 13 points on the 3-point line. That's what they're going to be targeting. But if you're Cairns, just let that ball roll. There's not many dribbling going on. It's pass, 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 and shoot. Love watching it.
Both coaches restless because of their team's D in the first half, and certainly Adam Ford loved the way they shot that 3-ball. And what about that player? An unbelievable haul considering what he's done earlier this season. We'll get to him in a moment. There are the halftime numbers. Look at the shooting clip from both teams, really, but jump straight down to the 3-point, 10 of 21 for the Taipans at 48%.
Absolutely amazing. Look at that 10 and then 18 with the twos. Everything they've done is great. You look at the Sydney Kings, 56% is fine. It's enough. 50 is good. They've just got to lock them up on the defensive end.
There were any number of potential stars coming into this game. I don't know how many people thought that Jonah Antonio at halftime would be the main man. He had his first miss in the dying seconds of that first half from 3-point territory, that is. 17 points to the half. His previous career high, 10 for any game. His average this season, 2.5 points per game.
Take nothing away from Adam Ford. That's what he gives his players. Confidence. Jonah, go out, do what you do. Hit 5 threes. He's laughing, he's smiling. Outstanding coaching, and what a shooter.
He looked confident. He spoke confidently at halftime. He knows there's a long way to go in this one. Only a 9-point lead, but a very handy lead for the Taipans at the break. There is the shot chart. Look at all those gold circles as opposed to red crosses outside the perimeter.
There's not many of them, and that's just beautiful offense. They just, like I said before, no dribbling. It's just kick, 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 wide open look, and they're confident and they're knocking it down. And I tell you what, it's going to take a good defensive effort from the Kings to stop it, because Cairns, they're rolling. And DJ Ho, he's only got a small amount. He's got more in him.
Plenty of time for him to build on that. I want more analysis. The man to give it to us at the analyzer, Liam Santa Maria.
Well, you bang on, fellas. That's what the Taipans are doing at the offensive end. Let's have a look at what they're trying to do defensively. They're sitting off Justin Simon and they're sitting off Xavier Cook. So have a look here. Here's the ball with Derek Walton Jr. Here's Justin Simon, a non-shooter, a 20% three-point shooter. So as Derek Walton Jr. penetrates here, the help from Sam Wardenberg, but as the ball gets kicked out here to Justin Simon, Wardenberg, a short closeout. I'm not going to come out to you at the 3-point line. I'm going to wait for you at the rim, and he makes it tough. So what do the Kings do in response? Walton, Justin Simon, and Xavier Cooks attack that guy. So you see here Xavier Cooks in transition. As he goes to make his move, Majuk Dang, right here, the defensive player, he's just going to retreat all the way back here, but Xavier Cooks is going to go with him. You keep backing up, I'm going to take you right to the cup. But what about Justin Simon? This is the play that got Adam Ford really upset earlier. Keep your eye on Shannon Scott under the basket. He's guarding Justin Simon. So as the ball gets kicked to Justin Simon here, the pass here from Walton Jr., the defense here from Scott, he needs to wall up and take away the driving lane. He doesn't do a good job of that. Simon gets past him all the way to the rim. So that's what they'll be talking about in the locker room. Know the scout. If it's Simon, if it's Cook, back up, wall up, make it tough.
Thank you, Liam. I know Brad Rosen beside me is expecting a Sydney comeback in the second half. Will it be enough to get the job done? We're about to find out. But tomorrow night, game 2 of the other playoff series. New Zealand spanking the Jack Jumpers in game 1. Game 2 is in Tasmania.
New Zealand Breakers did what they needed to do.
Tasmania just continue to find a way when no one gives them a chance.
They live to see another day. They got another opportunity.
Doyle. Massive moment. Oh, man. What a lead we have. It's only just getting started. Really after that is as tough as it gets.
Oh, a whole bunch on the line.
Every basket counts.
Play Shake and Win on the 100 Jacks app. Mega Month, Mega Prizes is on now. Win free food, epic discounts, vouchers and cash. Play Shake and Win every day on the 100 Jacks app. Nothing beats a good drive. But it's important to take a minute every now and then to stretch your legs. Live your own way and go Isuzu D-Max. As the smoothest man alive.
I cannot be contained in a bathroom. With your dimples, my soul shape of the world in your bathroom. Let's move.
Shave shop. Take group chat to the next level in Ned's Open Groups. Connect, get, and banter with thousands of like-minded punters in Ned's Open Groups. Take it to the next level.
You win some, you lose more. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.
Don't even. A bear did cocaine.
Let's see what kind of effect that has on me. What the hell?
Cooking bear.
Oh, God. All right. Cocaine bear, that sounds like a hell of a good movie.
Stand out. Don't fit in. It's all a matter of choice. Wherever you're going, choose your way. Peter Jackson Summer. Jackets from $2.99.
Claudia discovered that cheap hair products would always look like the picture on the box. And Julio bought cheap car insurance with cheap accident repair. When it comes to the important stuff, don't risk dark and regret. Go here instead. Next time join the 18, hey Julio. Worried about cheap insurance? Who offers great value cover you won't regret? He does.
Take group chat to the next level in Ned's Open Groups. Connect, get, and banter with thousands of like-minded punters in Ned's Open Groups. Take it to the next level.
You win some, you lose more. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.
If you want to jump higher tomorrow, you need sports nutrition you can trust today. INC Sports Nutrition is banned, substance tested, and informed sports certified. INC Sports Nutrition. Powering tomorrow, today.
Championship goes through Sydney. A lot of this off-season recruiting was, okay, who do you get into, go up against Xavier Cook, cool with Sam Wardenberg, how do you counter the dynamic point guard of Derek Walton Jr., or you get a dynamic defensive-minded point guard like Sean Scott, We loaded up youth from the bench, we need more shooting there, it drops team, they pack it in, cool, let's go get Jonah, let's go get Lat, let's go get Ben, let's go, bring guys in that can shoot the three ball. We built this team to try and be the direct matchup for Sydney. That's the team that's number one. That's the team that's the defending champs. So if you really want to come out the other end, being the best team, you have to be.
Fascinating insight into the NBL 23 Coach of the Year, Adam Ford. He would be delighted with what his group have done so far. They start the third quarter in game one of the playoff series with a 9-point lead away from their home team.
It is, and it's kind of that's what we scripted before the tip-off. Both teams shoot the ball really well. 60% for both teams, but it's the three-point shooting that's really been the difference. 10 of 21 as opposed to the 2 of 10 for the Sydney Kings. Which team can keep it up? Which team can raise the level on the defensive end is going to go a long way to determine this one.
I started to see whether we see an adjustment from the Kings defensively, whether they do get up and start running the tight hands off the arm.
Here's Xavier Cooks in the open floor. Look at turnovers.
I'm watching it on ESPN.
Really good care of the basketball. That's only the fourth.
Just watching it on TV.
3.5 of basketball.
I said I'm watching the game at home. Come on, boys.
Antonio, the leading scorer, with 17. DJ Hope has 13.
Take it, Sam.
They set off.
The answer to your question is that these first two possessions here, there is a if you look about the defense of the Sydney Kings, that time fighting hard over the top of the screen on the on-ball screen. The turnover before that, in the lanes, a lot more activity.
Come on, boys.
On the defensive end. Xavier Cooks might get away with a little carry of the ball around mid-court.
He tried to get his feet right, didn't he?
Just timing to go upstairs and tuck it.
Yes, good steal.
He loses the handle. Well, that mate, happy to try his chances. Cooks got him over the back.
Cook stopped him from halfway.
Vasilievich from the logo. Jumps. He's searching for a way to get himself into this game, DJ Vasilievich.
Yeah, he hasn't found it yet.
Come on, boys. Come on.
But it's stuck for him.
6 from the field.
Take it, DJ. Get in. And it's Scotty. Yes.
He knocks it down at the mid-range.
I'm just watching at home.
With the Taipans, this squad, all of them being able to shoot the ball, is yes, the intensity is lifted from the Kings, but they're still getting open looks. Wardenberg wide open from 3. Scott open from mid-range right there. The Kings will help. They'll slide across. They'll shift and help each other out. And the Taipans able to generate open looks.
Take it. There we go. Get in. Yes. No, I'm literally just watching it on TV, on ESPN.
They're desiring to hit it on the defensive end, but they've got to be able to sustain it for more than one pass.
Nice knockdown from Walton Jr.
And they need Walton Jr. to get going here. Walton Jr. is a guy that can spark this team, especially at the offensive end. You can see the improved intensity from him defensively. But just like Hope can heat up to the Taipans, Walton Jr. can do the same for the Kings.
He's got himself up to 11 now. Hope from the outside, no good. Cooks with the rebound.
Yep, timeout.
Timeout, Taipans. Back-to-back baskets for the home team.
It makes it look so easy. It's just well, just keep it, build a wall and keep it running. But he goes, dribble, bounces off that nice touch and that push shot. And he's Walton Jr. that you're talking about, Liam. And again, it's a catch and shoot.
Can't do much worse than that. Yeah, solid hand pressure right up there. So, I mean,
because he can turn it around.
couldn't do it any better than what Darren Bull was defensively.
Gets that little bit of separation, and with that nice touch around the basket, it's an easy two for Xavier Cooks, but it's not as easy as that shot is not as easy as he just made it look.
He's third in the league in defensive rebounding, Xavier Cooks, and it's Sydney's best offense. When he grabs the defensive board and he pushes down the middle of the floor, it's where they generate their best stuff. Often he'll keep it, create like he just did there. Quick little dribble handoff one way or the other, and they're into something.
So what's the answer? What's going through Cairns' head, Liam? Xavier Cooks gets the defensive rebound, gets ahead of steam up. What should they do?
Oh no, that's what's going through there. But at the end of the time, but firstly you can try to jam him up, but what they're trying to do is get back, build a wall, make him shoot over the top.
Matt Russell courtside.
Yeah, Adam Ford said there's no offense, fellas. You're stagnant. No one's rolling, no one's popping, no one's cutting. You might have a mid-range jumper that way, but it's not going to be enough to win this game. He said let's click back into our scoring gear. Craig Rosen?
Chase Newton was very happy, and he just used the one word the whole time: compete. You get knocked down, you compete, you get up, rebound, compete. The whole 2 minutes was about competing. Look for them to go to DJ and Cooks in the next offensive set.
Well, that's clear, pushing it back by Xavier Cooks. And look at Cooks here, just pushed him. Push forward out of the play, can't do that.
Cairns him out. Game 2 Friday night at Cairns Convention Centre.
Which I'll be at.
Short turnaround for both teams. Wardenberg on his way to the basket. He's deep from Suarez. Went straight up, no foul call. Instant offense. Slay
and it goes back to your comments before. He got the defensive board. He takes it the full length of the court and then just says to DJ O, you need to come a little stronger than that. And that's when Ho, yeah, you want to retreat, but there is a pickup point that you've got to get to. And that was too deep when you're talking about an athlete like Xavier Cooks.
Make the extra, but Sydney will get a bonus possession. And the MVP has got a look in his eye right now, where he knows that it's his time. They go back down to him. Simon in the corner. It sticks. 1 point game.
Well, he's the bailout option, Justin Simon, at the offensive end, because he's always open. They're helping off him, and if they don't have something good, they'll throw it to him. And that time, Simon good enough to knock it down, and here come the Kings again.
12 points to 4 in quarter number 3.
Just as Simon, after he made that 3, had only a chit chat and was sending a message to the bench. I don't know what's going on, but I suggested they were saying, we'll live with that, we'll live with that. So he makes the 3 ball, a little hair going, and then he says, well, a little bit of sort of Michael Jackson groin action.
That's a little thriller, wasn't it?
And then after that, if it continued on, there was also some mimicking going back. Love it. Love the emotion.
You'll see the quarter by quarter breakdowns. Cairns have won 9 of 14 quarters across the season against Sydney. But this is a big one for the Kings. This is their move.
In the lead now, and it's a worrying time for Taipans fans. Cannot get anything going offensively. Just 4 points for the quarter.
Going back to Jonah Antonio to award for his first half. Holding unsuccessful.
It's all right, boys. Come on.
You didn't see that contest at the end of those dribbles in the first half. That time you've got a level of urgency and desperation by the Sydney Kings that's rewarding, and it's turning into points down the other end.
They've come from 9 down to 4 up. And there's still 4.5 minutes remaining in this third quarter. The number 1 team in the competition are playing winning basketball right now.
They're on double digits just a moment ago. The Sydney Kings have turned it up defensively. You heard the message out of the timeout there to compete. And now all of a sudden, they're getting the bounce. You know, things are just starting to go their way. They're on the front foot. There's a pep in their step. They got their noses in front, and Adam Hall has to blow another attempted momentum stopping timeout. 2 of them already in this quarter.
Let's talk about the Kings. What's different in this third quarter?
Well, it's the defense. They're coming out there, and there's a lot more aggression. Yeah, they still have 1 or 2 breakdowns, but by and large, there is a level of intensity and urgency about the way they're behaving on the defensive end. And it's turning into easier opportunities, and they're also knocking down the 3 ball. So a combination of getting stops, putting more scoreboard pressure on the Cairns Taipans, and then getting the transition game going and knocking down 3s.
Oh, come on, boys.
They
Come
were
on.
exceptional in the first half, Cairns. But this Sydney team that's come out of the tunnel in this third quarter is a whole different beast.
Now the pendulum swings towards the Snakes. What kind of response does Adam Ford get? Can they start to generate some looks at the offensive end?
Home guarded by Kawatnoy. Defers to Antonio. He's no good. He's in his own rebound. Big air up top. It misses. Antonio again on the offensive
Yes.
glass. The Taipans will just keep firing away. 3 unsuccessful looks from deep. A one opportunity to the other end.
They start bringing out for the Taipans. They're 0-5 from the 3-point line. They just continue to settle for 3s. It's picking along half the basketball for it. Got to find that balance. Attack on the rim compared to the three.
Antonio Chinks the
Yes.
needed that in a big way. I'll continue to play away. This is the Taipans. They lead the league in 3-point attempts, but they're down the bottom of the league in 3-point percentage because they're super streaky. 11 of 27 for the night. Ricochet off the took there to Justin Simon. He's got the size advantage on the bench.
Charge.
Here's goal for the block.
What are you making this move with how they're playing Cooks? They got him out for a couple of minutes just when the momentum was really cranking up.
Okay, yep.
Just saw in the back.
Nice block.
He's coming back in, so the Bulls have got minutes. A couple of minutes rest for Xavier Cooks.
Signed on the line, 61% free throw shooter. His last 6 games of the regular season, he finished strong. Averaged 12.5 points and 4 rebounds. Knocks down the first. Brad Rosen, I just wanted to comment there on Drew's comment about Cooks. Cooks calls for the subs, and it's something they've done for quite a number of games. He just goes all out, calls the subs. He knows I'm out for 2 and I'm back in. I love the rotation. He's right into the game, talking to his teammates, but it's definitely a plan of his.
Not that I can remember. No.
Walt takes the baseline. And our kids will be watching somewhere and stopping at the thought of Andrew Gates scoring or something.
He wasn't putting his hand up. But it's different. The intensity is a little different. And I think what it is that's a mature approach by Xavier Cooks. He understands the effort that needs to be applied on the defensive end. And if you're not in a condition to make that level and play with that level of ability, he knows he's going to be letting his teammates down. He doesn't want to gamble with them. So it's great discipline by Xavier Cooks, and gets that back out there. He's refreshed and back into it.
I guess the thing for Cairns is, as much as it's been a big run in the third quarter from Sydney, they're only down 3.
Definitely within striking distance. No doubt about it. That Antonio 3 in the corner was big. But there's a confidence about the Kings right now.
Marco left open. Shooting that 3 ball at 36% across the regular season. He makes his former team pay. Kids again in the passing lane, and that'll be over and back.
Yeah. I thought there might be a deflection, but maybe not. Over and back goal.
See him at one end, the only replay, and down the other end, some activity. Gets his hands on
There you go. He didn't catch it, he touched it before it went back, so then he went over and got it, so that was a correct call.
Cook's the only starter on the floor right now. This bench unit we've seen all season long plays good basketball together. Warriors picks up his third.
That's tough for Waterberg. You know, he got the flop warning earlier on that sort of action because he went down on the second hit. So this time he holds his ground, bang, holds it. Then he holds it again here. There's the second butt, bang. Now on the third one, that's an offensive foul. The line. The foul ends up going on Waterberg.
Well, what you see is why it's so hard to play defense and just going to play one-on-one. Because right there, what more can you do? If the guy's just going to continue bang, bang, bang to get to his spot, it makes it hard. And if you flop against the tip,
You go big. That's it. You go big. Good save. Go big.
It's playoffs basketball. The stakes couldn't be any higher.
Don't go on that side. Let's go.
it does seem like there is, in this second half, there's a lot more physical context than we saw in the first. A lot more intensity on the cuts. Particularly down this end, the Sydney Kings are making it a lot harder for the Cairns Taipans to run up those screens, those stacky screens, and how they're chasing over the top of them.
75-67, Kudos Bank Arena. Straight off the front of the line.
And that's exactly the shot the Kings want you to take. They're going to drop off that ball screen. They want you to pull up from mid-range. This Hooks draws another foul on Wardenberg. His fourth now. He's going to have to check out of the game. He's frustrated.
He took it straight at Sam Wardenberg.
Be careful. He is walking on like he wants a check. If you've got four, that is just. That's the emotions are getting big. Now, the fortunate thing is that already something out of the game, so that'll be a bench check rather than a personal check. If that check foul's called 15 seconds before the guys actually check in, it's a personal foul. And that's a foul. I don't know what he's complaining about. He reach out, he's going to slide his feet with that left arm coming around the neck of Xavier Cooks. And he was on a mission to get a tech.
Penny for the thoughts of Adam Ford. And a 9-point lead at half-time. And playoff basketball is looking a whole lot of fun for Cairns, but it has swung wildly this third quarter.
Come on, Kings. Come back from the free throw line. Civic misses. Cooks, not a great free throw shooter. Hasn't been bad today. 5 of 7. The chance to kind of really start to close the door a little bit on the Taipans here at the end of this third quarter.
Well, this is an area of Xavier Cook's game that is not one of his strengths from the free throw line. It's a level of frustration from the coach as well when you do all the hard work.
3% across the season from this very spot. A minute 50 remaining in the third quarter. It's an 8-point lead in the home team. Cole trying to get busy. This is blubbering the foul and more feeling under the basket.
That's one that could have gone the other way as well, but because, I think you'd think the officials think, well, we didn't know Cooks. You can slap him with the offensive foul. He looked at push-up here from Qual, right there. Just a little bit better from this angle, right as he raises up. So look at the back. I retract. Shout out to Damien Martin. You start to wonder, who from the Taipans is going to step up here offensively? Was Antonio, of course, in the first half. Hasn't really been anyone for the most of this third quarter.
Good hands from Glover. Sydney getting the ball back. Matt May has got his hands full on this very play. Cooks to first. Facility back to Galloway. A little bit away with the travel. Glover not shy and letting it go. I thought he was fouled as well. Shannon Scott. Ball draws a hard closeout and again gets his head down and gets on the line.
This is a different look. If you can connect what the film of the first half to what we're seeing now with the rotations, the way in which they're chasing, that time to go to the ball, and DJ not quite in the right defensive position gets called for the foul. But it is a different look at the Sydney Kings and they're getting rewarded. Now, holding this Cairns team for what, 9 points so far this quarter? As a team that had 26 and 33 in the first two.
We'll be away to LA with thanks to Hunter Jacks. The details are on the screen right now. 6-point game.
Lead 6. I'm happy with that. It's doable.
Bruce turns the corner. But Adam Ford tells Ben to go quick. They want a 2-for-1 opportunity. Offensive foul. Great footwork from Sean Bruce.
Yeah, it was. He's trying to attack Qual.
last couple of possessions, he's had success putting it on the deck, getting into the paint. Didn't let it fly. 40 yards for a 2-for-1. You're a 3-point shooter, had the license to let that one go. Forces the issue, picks up the foul, and it's his 4th personal as well.
Wow. Shooting and foul issues now for the Cairns Taipans with 2 of their key pieces on 4 fouls. This is far more reflective of what you normally expect from a club. The way in which the Sydney Kings have come out, being scrappy, nothing easy for the Cairns Taipans. And for them, fortunate enough to get them brought down the other end.
We're back on Friday night at the Cairns Convention Centre. The Taipans will get a chance to host, but here's an indication of what Game 1 means. We're in a playoff series over the last 20 seasons. That is
Big numbers for an 85% win rate for the series if you win Game 1 over the course of those 20 seasons. And of course, 2 of the exceptions to that rule have been in recent times. Of course, the Jack Jumpers winning last year and the Wildcats getting over the Hawks a couple of seasons ago after dropping Game 1. But it just goes to show how important it is. And the Taipans, man, they had it. They were up double digits. And it's been a championship level response from the Kings out of halftime.
They put 25 on the board themselves, and they've done a fantastic job in restricting the high-scoring Taipans. Nice work from Connor.
Pretty much the offense hasn't changed from what we saw in the first half. They've had 25 now in each of the quarters, so they've been able to maintain that level. That's the other end of the floor. Then we see another example of the hustle.
Fresh opportunity for the Kings.
So, no good shot there from Galloway. Hat there on the receiver, open on the arc.
Shot clock switched off. The Taipans desperately looking for some momentum to take into the 4th and final quarter. Scott's pass knocked away. Bruce Galloway got it! Championship quarter from the Sydney Kings. The defending champions reminded everyone just how good they are when they're playing at full steam. 77-69, a quarter to play in the Hungry Jacks NBL Playoff Series.
Take group chat to the next level in Ned's Open Groups. Connect, bet, and banter with thousands of like-minded punters in Ned's Open Groups. Take it to the next level.
You win some, you lose more. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.
Mount Everest, it calls us, begging to be conquered. So we climb. No matter how heavy the task, we continue to push. And whilst prying eyes wait to see us fall, we rise. And what we get is beautifully short. Why seek the summit? It comes from plan.
Forward Everest, conquer every day. Jerome picked up a bargain blender and juiced more than he expected. And Julio bought cheap car insurance and cheap accident repair. When it comes to the important stuff, don't risk bargain regret. Go here instead. Next time join the A-team, hey Julio. Worried about cheap insurance? Who offers great value cover you won't regret? Amy does.
Hungry Jack's NBL to walk your way to LA. Grab any large burger meal, enter the receipt code. Win 4 tickets, plus spending money and accommodation for you with 3
Yeah, who knew it, Paul? I tell you what,
USA. Walk your way to LA.
They got to give the Kings credit, man. Well, no, there's a reason they're the best team in the league. You know what I mean? We give them credit, but hey, we still got 10 minutes to go. So,
Bucks Bulls, Clippers Suns, Friday on ESPN.
like I said, I'm literally just watching it on TV. Oh, damn, that's not that sucks, dude. All right, here we go. Final 10 minutes. Come on, boys. Come on. Yeah, Sydney just had a massive third quarter.
Turn things around under 10 points in that quarter for the Cairns Taipans. And you start to look and say, well, who's going to get it done? DJ Ho, you saw him against the first 12 match with those 32 points. He's one they need more out of. Scoreless in that third period. And they need to do it also by committee. They need little bits and pieces from each of them.
Yes, good steal.
As well as a big one, no.
Is he a man, William? Does everything have to go through DJ Ho in this last quarter?
No doubt. He's been their closer all season. And the issue for
Oh, no, well, the thing is, we only scored 10, so,
The Taipans have got to do a bit of what they've done here and try to get Xavier Cook switched off DJ Ho to get him to look.
One of the shot clock to call. They lost track of time.
Damn it.
They went to one of their set options.
Well, full credit to Sydney on their defense on that one.
So the intent was to have Ho come to the top of the key when you play off it. But when the ball is not humming, it's a little slower, and you don't get to those destinations as quick as you need to, the play gets blown up.
Offensive foul on Kawhi. 44 on him.
Meanwhile, the Kings are going to one of their closing actions. They play through Xavier Cooks. He advances at the left screen from the guards. He can get a switch and go to work.
Here is guarded by Galloway. Pull out of his
Take
hand.
a shot, Jook.
Tees off. Short as well. 11 of 28 from outside this afternoon, Cairns.
Come on, boys.
6 of 18. Not happening off the ball. Reminder tomorrow night, Tasmanian Jack Jumpers play host to the New Zealand Breakers. Game 2 of that playoff series. The Breakers 1-0 up. Talk around, if Tasmania can somehow get to the grand final series, Joshua Jett could be available.
It'll be interesting. They've got a mountain of work to do to get there these next couple of games.
Cooks again.
Jeez, he's been all sorts of MVP caliber again tonight. 20, 1, he's 1 rebound off the big number. 23 made that. And 9 boards.
And when they needed him most, that third quarter, he really set the tone.
Yes, and one.
Xavier Cooks wants a 3-second call. Trying to stay between Xavier Cooks and the feedback that he wants to look like to the officials. And that's another tip of the touch. You know, look relatively simple. Trying to go up and track it and slap it at it, but just the control tip to put it down a little
I get him.
but he makes it look so easy.
When it comes back to 7, game 1 of the playoff series. Line of the Cairns Convention Centre, game 2. Cooks takes on 3.
Yes.
Another one. That time on Galloway as Cooks checks himself out.
So as Cooks checks out, yeah, DJ Ho needs to be thinking, okay, it's go time. Give me the rock. I'm going to make some plays.
Well, I say Cooks has been fantastic tonight. Like I said, 1 rebound off a double-double. I think he just got that double-double with that O-board he got. Yeah.
Justin Simon They ended up going to him, but they need to go at DJ. Put him in the block. Let him go to work. Here he is. Now playing through Hope now with those guys on the bench.
Danny Russell, courtside at Cairns Taipans. Jack, the crowd here of 7,300 has enjoyed chanting MVP, MVP at different stages tonight. To honour Xavier Cooks, who now has 3 double-doubles against Cairns this season. In Game 2, he had 18 points, 12 rebounds and 8 assists. Game 3, 25 points, 10 rebounds, and here he is tonight with a double-double. The MVP doing MVP things, especially against the Taipans.
Change that game in the third quarter. Thank you, Matt.
Another shot clock violation.
It was a good play, but it didn't work out.
It surprised me to see more Jonah Antonio in the second half. He did make a 3 in that third period, but spent a lot of time on the bench. He's got 20 points and 17 of those in the first half. I haven't seen quite as much of him here in the second half.
Kings upset.
Good switching, good switching.
Quarter in Game 1. Defensive foul.
There's 7 minutes to go. 7 minutes, a lifetime.
Kings off the about.
Come on, boys, just get the stop.
Too long. Cairns thought there was a travel in there as well, so either way they get the result. Three minutes play. Taipans still with a lot of work to do. Kings are not the sort of team that give up leads often. Ball from outside. Tough target. Taipans will get it back. Warnberg for 3. He's going to be right.
Jeez. Come on, boys.
Opportunity guarded by Hope.
Yes.
I thought I put that in the mind of the officials in the previous possessions. Red hot there watching the city twice. Colin Junior.
They were complaining about a 3-second violation on Hope, and instead they jump down the other end, and Suarez gets called. Now, there's a travel call there. Was it the start of the drill? Not the end.
Inside the line. Kings kick Warnberg off the glass and swoop on the loose ball. Suarez doesn't get it to go. Stay in the second half. That's got 12 points.
Yes. In there, DJ.
18 now. 5-point game.
And they're hammering it, putting that scoreboard pressure on, making sure the Kings have to think about their shots.
79-74 at Cairns Taipans.
Play, shake, and win 100 Jacks app. Mega Month, mega prizes is on now. Win free food, epic discounts, vouchers, and cash. Play, shake, and win every day on the 100 Jacks app.
Claudia discovered that cheap hair products that always look like the picture on the box. And Julio bought cheap car insurance with cheap accident repair. When it comes to the important stuff, don't risk barking the red. Go here instead. Next time join the 18, hey Julio. Worried about cheap insurance? Who offers great value cover?
Oh, God, I'm hoping it's the start of a comeback, Paul.
If you want to jump higher tomorrow, you need sports nutrition you can trust today. INC Sports Nutrition is banned, substance tested, and informed sports certified. INC Sports Nutrition. Powering tomorrow, today.
5 minutes, 55 seconds remaining. The
5 is the magic number because that's the margin right now. It's far from over this one.
But he's the danger man, DJ O. No doubt Chase Buford would have been talking about him in the huddle. The job for the Kings is for Xavier Cooks to stay attached. The Taipans are going to try to get Cooks switched off home so that he can make plays over and around others. And the Kings need to do what they can to keep Xavier Cooks attached to the danger man, DJ O.
4th matchup of the season between the teams. It's knocked down from Mark Jr.
He does that so regularly throughout the course of the season. Big moments, he steps up and he can create in a different way for himself or for others.
Nice position for Sydney out of the timeout. Let's calm things down a little.
Suarez did a great job, except for the end. Used his size. That's the difference when you've got a 6'10" guy guarding home. You just can't step back and stick it in your eye. Here he is here. And Suarez moved his feet. So conscious about the shot, hands up, we're all perfect here. And then, unfortunately, those puppies don't quite slide quick enough and he gets called.
They're over the limit in Sydney, so bonus free throws the rest of the way here for Cairns. Brad Rose in courtside.
Yeah, listen to Chase Buford at the time out there. It's exactly what you guys are saying. He said it's all about stopping Hogan. It's all about making sure he doesn't stop. In that last possession, you would have seen him with the ball, and it was like 5 guys in a zone, all attacking him. If he puts the ball on the floor, we get it out of his hands so that the other guys win.
Look at the Taipans. I would stop bringing Wartenberg to that ball screen and bring someone smaller. Find who it is that you want switched on to Hogan. Make that guy a screen.
And there's one for me on that is Jonah Antonio. Put him in that on-ball, pick and pop.
Stay attached.
You have to stay attached, so it creates a better opportunity for Hogue to get free.
Silly to kick in the lane. Just having one of those nights, DJ, unfortunately, that's 1 of 8 now.
That was a good drive. It's a play that you normally expect for him to finish at the basket.
We're talking about a man whose shooting clip across the regular season was 42, 38, 87. It's not getting it to go down tonight. 5 minutes to go.
Yes, come on, DJ.
Suarez. When he does get Suarez switched on him, he's trying to attack. Okay, I might not be able to shoot over the top, but you can't stay in front of me, and he's turning the corner.
Suarez at the other end. Size advantage over Antonio. They found him. And the big Brazilian will have free throws coming.
Just moves his way to the basket. Suarez leads, they run the switch. And that's exactly what you're talking about. Not a terrible effort by Suarez, but not good enough when you're up against one of the better players. And when you get a switch down low, we see the reaching foul. And that is going to be 5 on full clock. So he'll have a spell for the rest of the game. And that's a loss. One that you've got to respect on the perimeter. Decent defender.
Hey, Jake, how you doing? Thanks for watching.
The longer they wait to bring someone in, Cairns, the longer Sydney will play this song. So, which is really just rubbing it in full clock.
Just trying to ice Suarez a little bit at the free throw line. That Mayan comes back in a big moment.
Suarez, first season as a Sydney King. Average 10.5 points, 5 rebounds. Top 10 in the competition for blocks. A little while, but
There's no count. The founder, one of a man that's through his company, Lumberjacks, has provided enormous benefits to basketball right throughout the country, and particularly the NBL. I can't thank him enough for his contribution.
You still got that gold cup?
No, I don't.
Jeez.
Sydney lead by 5. Quick release from Antonio. It's long. Well long.
Still to 20 points. Had it, lost it. Walton Jr. into the corner for Simon. Last touch stopped by Crooks.
He's talking about direct feedback. Adam Ford just provided some to the show there, Antonio.
I don't think he thought that last field goal attempt was what they were looking for at that stage of the offensive set. We want you to take the shot. You've got the green light, but we've got a process we've got to go through.
Clear and immediate feedback.
And absolutely no grey area. Whoa, trying to get busy on Suarez. Waterberg with the offensive rebound, and he can't score from underneath. 5-point lead to the home team. Vasiljevic puts it in. That's a handy lead to have with 3.5 minutes remaining. Taipans deep buckets. Ben Air marshalling the troops. Off to Shannon.
Yes!
From outside.
Come on!
By strike, long way out. Gets it a drop. Keeps them in touch.
10 points, 5 rebounds, 7 assists. For the Georgia native Shannon Scott. Another, no straight to the big games. Vasiljevic's pass knocked away with Bruce there to clean it up. And then Walton Jr. with the response.
That's massive. Jeez, clock winding down. The Taipans just asking a little question. That Shannon Scott 3. Walton Jr. answers it.
Well, Scott lost the ball. Time about to become a factor in this one for Cairns. Cooks winds that shot clock into single numbers. A big play by the MVP.
Something to say, wow. Shooting. And that's what I'm talking about before. Do you pick him up although he can shoot, or do you earlier to try and prevent him and influence where you want him to go, or you allow him to get a running start at you, and the quick change of direction puts all sorts of pressure on DJ Ho with some foul issues to contend with. Very well, Junior. Here's this move I was talking about. He's able to take that little running start at Ho. He's got foul issues. And just completely goes around him, no contact at all. Very well, Junior. No matter how great you've been, you also talk about fear of failure, but he has none of it. He's prepared to take the big shot.
Speaking of big shots, this was our Latrobe financial competition that happened at three-quarter time. All season long we've been telling you about this, and that is Jason Howard, who just drained a 50k shot.
Look at the swagger of Big Taste. That's what I do. Nothing to see here. That's what I do.
Just claim the 50 large.
50k?
50k from Latrobe Finance. And it's got the fans up and about.
Real ain't no thing kind of vibe.
Oh, that's right. It's just, I assume he might have had some practice because he would have known that he was shooting.
Well, he would have put one of the videos in, wouldn't he? That's how you get it. So he's a couple of
Actually, Paul, I'm an NRL man myself, so.
We should know that he did have to film it and then put it in, and then he got his opportunity.
If you can get to the big check bank tonight and cash that bad boy, and Star City is in all sorts of trouble. The complexion of this game.
You've won the lotto already.
There's a kick zone.
Come on, boys.
He knows the job not quite done yet. One last hurrah here for the Taipans. Here in game one.
See the damage that was done in that third quarter.
Second violation. Great defense. They say it wasn't great execution. got a little clumped up. You can see what they're trying to do, a little zoom action. Tried to curl the first cut, but the bump and grind, the physicality of the defense took away that play.
Vasily still can't get going. Won't stop him. Taipans, the chance.
Yes!
Really big play. Back to score there. And he's, hold on a sec.
I know.
Come up, touching that right hammy.
Well, is it the hammy or yeah, that's a hammy, all right. Hopefully it's just a cramp. He's behaving like it's just a great drive to the bucket. Good finish. A lot of contact. So if you Cooks, you bounce down low. It's a little push down low. Not a big push by any stretch, but it was enough to pick up the foul.
Cairns without Tajik McCall, who failed a game time decision tonight with the shoulder injury. Keanu Pinder as well, so they are quite on for troops.
Oh, man.
It's a quick turnaround. We're back on Friday for game 2.
So let's have to check out Shannon Scott and the pressure in the backcourt from here.
Yes.
The turnover.
Wow. That's great pressure in the backcourt.
Matt Russell courtside.
Did look like hamstring, didn't it? But the fact that Shannon Scott has come to the courtside bench, sculled a couple of pickle juice jars and headed back on, means you're right, it's cramp only.
You've had pickle juice before the room?
No, I haven't. Not aware of its ability to.
Massive shot. He's had a good look at it too.
Xavier Cooks with rebound number 14 to go with his 25 points. Shot clock at 7 for Walter Jr.
Yes.
Away from Cooks. Cairns took the first one to get a stop.
Not necessarily need a three, but that'll help.
Waterberg, what can I push in the back here? Number 4 on Cooks.
Free throws for the Taipans. Cut into the margin with the clock stopped.
Shannon Scott now. So he's only playing offense. Check straight out. There he is. Here's going to be a story to watch on the way to Friday. Win, lose, or draw for Cairns.
Well, if it's just a cramp, it could just be warm conditions and a little bit rattles one in. Xavier Cooks has been fantastic. 25 points, 14 boards, and the effort that he has provided in every possession.
We'll get this thing over.
Oh, yeah. They're really going to have to pass this straight into the front court.
They've got a timeout up their sleeve, Sydney. It's smart for Chase Buford.
Look at him. Hang on.
Take the timeout,
What?
advance the ball, take it down and getting it over inside 8 seconds.
That's a huge possession coming up. So you want to eliminate the prospect of a turnover. We spoke about Xavier Cooks and the way that he's been able to step up big time for the Sydney Kings. He's the MVP, and he's shown what in this one. The attack on the rim, the touch around the basket, and the finish. The 14 boards, the energy that he brings at both ends of the floor. He's in the lane, he's talking, he's very chirpy. And some of the times, you just watch him. The times that he's going and attacking the rim to get the boards and he doesn't get it, the effort that he puts in every single time is the reason why he's able to produce numbers.
Yeah, true. That's a the Melbourne salary cap situation was interesting.
Stealing a block in there as well, and that's just the numbers. Now you look at the impact at the defensive end as well, and And look, DJ Hogue has 22 points, but it's at ball efficiency, 40%. He's 1 for 6 from long range. And in these big moments, to be honest, he's starting to defer a little bit because it does sometimes get a little all too difficult when you're going against Xavier Cooks all night long.
Cooks. Oh, God! Big play, a big moment. How many is that to the highlight reel this season for Xavier Cooks?
Yes, get in there, DJ. Come on.
4 points the difference. Derek Walton Jr. fouled, and he'll get up, walk to the free throw line, and shoot 2.
Just picture perfect execution out of the huddle. Beautiful little drop-off pass from Walton Jr. and bang! Xavier Cooks all over the rim, and the Kings fans love it.
Down the middle. And you want your superstars to step up at big moments. He's done it right throughout the game, but that was an emphatic statement with a huge play. You know, they weren't able to get the quick stop down the other end or making a delay, so it negates a bit of what the Sydney Kings have done. And just a helter-skelter. They did the right thing, the Cairns Taipans, tried to get a trap for the double in the back court, but they sent a triple team to the ball. So it got a little unorganised and makes some substitution. Jonah Antonio comes back in because they're going to need scoring.
Extend the lead to 5. All NBL first team for this season, Derek Walton Jr.
He showed wise well. 9 of 12, 75%. Also got 5 assists to go along with his 21 points.
Cairns are going to need a lot of things to go right from here. Sillivic falls over. Hangs on to it, and he looks as though puts his hand on the court.
Former teammate comes up to NBL man. Oh, look at the replay. Most of the damage.
Excellent last chance salute for the visitors. Simply must score off this possession and do it quick. Home fans on their feet, chanting defense. Dent couldn't get the shot away, and it does.
That's the game.
The Kings are there.
Well done, Sydney. Well done.
That was their last chance. The Taipans, pretty good play. And I thought Juk Dang had a look, didn't let it fly. And now,
Well done, Sydney. Got to
Kings
get.
are home. They're going to stroll down the other end, Drew. A chance to add to the margin here and finish off a Game 1 victory.
That's right. And a hard-earned one as well. They were generally tested throughout big parts of these games with an undermanned Cairns Taipans. And take your hat off to Cairns Taipans. They've come in here and taken it right up to the Sydney Kings and had a forward going to that last play. What did the Brad Stevens play with? Boston Celtics where you're throwing it across court and they're trying to get that re-screening action at the top of the 3-ball. Sydney play, unable to score on it.
Cairns will get another opportunity in 48 hours' time
to square the ledger. But the City Kings come from 12 down and are staring down the barrel of a game one upset. And in the second half, reminded everyone why they are the benchmark. 95-87, they go 1-0 up in the three-game playoff series.
Well,
They certainly do, and they also gave a reminder of why Xavier Cooks is the MVP. A real leadership, fantastic performance by this season's MVP.
Well done, Sydney.
He had great support from Derek Walton, but our player of the game, and I believe it's on the footline, all right, because that is one of the things as well. Xavier Cooks with the 27 points, 11 and 19, 14 points.
I'll do it all again on Friday night for game 2.
Derek Walton Jr. he stepped up.
Hey, nice, Paul. Hey, thanks for the sub as well, my friend. All right, so I'm going to end the stream here, guys. McDonald's badge. Well, no, I won't be doing game 2 because I'll actually be at game 2. So yeah, because I'll actually be at game 2, so I won't be there. I won't be able to stream game 2 because I'll be at the game. But well, I still am a little bit. I think it's just a sore throat, really. And all right. So anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thank you for liking. No, thank you very much, Paul. So you know what? Until tomorrow, because I'll be streaming some Red Dead Redemption 2 tomorrow morning. So until tomorrow, this has been your boy Abdel Cairns 82 saying, work hard, be good to each other. I love you guys. Bye.